Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel and to another episode of the Mondays Don't Suck series, where me and you have a little bit of a chat and we try and motivate you for this coming week. And as always, we kick things off with a bit of a look at what happened last week and what's coming up this week before getting into the main subject of the day. So again, it's been an interesting sort of week. And it's going to be another interesting sort of week because I'm luckily not going anywhere. Again, it's another office-based week. I get to sit here and make things happen, which is great. And actually, I'm looking pretty, like, June so far for me is looking pretty chill. But I'm not going anywhere yet. So fingers crossed. Like I said, this is the sort of season now where things seem to calm down after the conference rush a couple of months ago. So yeah, I mean, last week I was here all week. I was working on some content with Matt, which we managed to get out. And then there was a lot of sort of strategizing and marketing planning going ahead for some of the software that we're working on. Matt's been busy coding. And yeah, I've been sort of sketching together some plans and also doing a bit of a homepage redesign and all sorts of cool and interesting things. So I've got some bits of paper I've been sketching on there. So yeah, it's been a great week to just actually sit down and get things done. And pretty much this coming week is going to be exactly the same. I've got the calendar up. I've got a meeting this evening, but it's not work related. It's an AGM for something. Yeah, the rest of the week right now is looking pretty clear. So again, it's just, like I said, Matt is making great progress with software. We have another course rolling out this week, and hopefully get some more recording done for some more courses that we want to roll out again in the next week or two. So lots of content creation, lots of strategizing and marketing planning for July and August and stuff we've got coming up there. And yeah, it's been great to just sit here and try and get things done. Now, obviously, I can't again not mention the terrible attack which happened down in London on Saturday night, and this is twice in 2 weeks here in the UK where people have lost lives due to some narrow-minded idiots trying to prove a point. And it's I don't want to dwell on it too much, but again, it's like I said, it does put things in perspective. But it's coming to the point now where I think something needs to be done. Theresa May said it on Sunday morning. Like, enough is enough. This is once can be like dismissed as a lunatic who's off the rails. Twice in 2 weeks, it's sort of becoming a pattern, and it's a pattern which needs to be sorted out very quickly. Really, something needs to be done now, and in order to protect the British people, and not just the British people, but people all over Europe, in America, something needs to be done. So anyway, thoughts are currently with the 7 people at this time that have lost their lives at this time recording, 48 who are injured. Thoughts go out to the families and those affected. Now, onto the main subject of the day, and that is 10,000 hours. Now, for anyone who hasn't come across the term of 10,000 hours before, it was a term coined by Malcolm Gladwell in the book Outliers. And I don't have a hard copy here in the office. I have a copy on Kindle. And it is a fantastic book. If you've never read it, I strongly recommend checking it out. It's one of those where what he says might not necessarily be 100% accurate, but it certainly gets you thinking. And it's, again, when in planning for this sort of episode, I did some research, and it turns out that in the past few years, certain scientists have come out and dismissed his 10,000 hour theory, which again I'll come on to properly in a minute if you've not read it already. And that's the thing, is basically what Malcolm Gladwell says. In order to master anything, you need to spend 10,000 hours practicing it. And it's basically like that. It's 10,000 hours to master something. You have to spend 10,000 hours of doing something in order to master it. And 10,000 hours sounds like a lot, but if you counted 10,000 hours, that works out at 417 days. So about a year and a quarter. And if you were doing it non-stop, and if you were realistically doing something for 3 hours a day, every day, I think it's something like 9 years. I think it takes roughly around approximately 9 years to master something. That's doing 3 hours every single day. And like I say, if you haven't, I strongly recommend checking out Malcolm Gladwell's book Outliers, purely for his topic on the 10,000 hours of mastery, because he talks about Bill Gates and how he got some very, the opportunities that led him to get hands-on time with computers basically allowed him to master it quicker than anyone else, at that time. And there's, again, correlations drawn with ice hockey players in Canada, and how if your birthday is in a certain time of year, you get basically it's the opportunities align themselves a little bit better in your favor. And it's a fascinating read, and it's something which has always stuck in my mind, that in order to do anything well, you need to dedicate the time to do it. And surely that there is people who are naturally competent, and this is what people who've gone against, scientists recently have gone against Malcolm by saying, there's chess grandmasters who've got to a certain level of playing chess, and for one of them it took them 21 years, and for another one it took them 3 years. So again, 10,000 hours practice is a great idea for a general rule. However, if you have a natural competency, if you have a high intelligence level, there's certain variables which are going to speed up or slow down your ability to grasp whatever it is that you're doing. And I think the point of this video today, on this Monday's Don't Suck episode, is if you love what you do, it doesn't feel like practice. It doesn't feel like work, and all of a sudden you can master whatever it is that you truly love very quickly. And I stand by the fact that I believe that if you do what you love, you will do it better than someone who doesn't love it. And again, so I know some people have, that I know have said, oh, don't do what you love because it kills it. You don't enjoy it anymore. It ruins it. I would say to them that you didn't truly love it, or that you were working in the wrong aspect of your job. And that is something which I think, yes, if you love shoes and you end up working in a shoe shop selling shoes, you might then turn to hate shoes, but it's not because of shoes, it's because you don't like selling shoes. You will maybe be better off, doing other aspects of shoes, whether it be the merchandising, designing, or something else, but don't confuse what you have done in your hobby with hating whatever it was that you were once so passionate about. And I think that's the key, is that if you can truly do what you love and spend time researching it and practicing it, and all of a sudden those 10,000 hours will come by very quickly, and you will naturally start progressing. And that is when exciting things can happen. That's when businesses turn into very interesting propositions, and all of a sudden it doesn't feel like you're working. You're bringing immense value into whatever it is that you're doing, but it doesn't feel like work. So I'll leave a link down below to the Kindle version of Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. I strongly recommend reading it. It's a fantastic book, and certainly helps you try and put things in perspective, that actually there is something in that 10,000 hours worth of practice. On Friday afternoon, I managed to escape the office and go and practice golf. Golf is something which, as a child, sort of a teenager, I got into. My dad is a great golfer, and he got me into golf, and I just didn't have the patience for it. As soon as I hit a bad shot, that was it. I hated the game. I hated myself. I felt bad, and then my head went, and I couldn't recover from that. And only now, more recently, has the law, I guess, of golf wanting to give it another go come back. And I think now, through starting my own businesses, it teaches you a lot about patience and how that you can't expect to be good at everything immediately, which is something I think which as teenagers, it's something which, you know, you don't have that realistic outlook. You know, you want to just do it, you want to be the best at it, and that's it. You don't want to spend the 10,000 hours, you don't want to put in the work in order to get better. And I think, I love Friday. I had a great time, and yeah, I was terrible at times, but I could feel that I was learning and trying to get better, and that is what that's the journey. Which again, I can relate that to building a business. You start off and you make mistakes, and you're not great at everything, but you learn, and then you get better, and then you get better, and then you start seeing patterns and recognizing things that have happened before and how to react to them. And I think now I'm in a much better place for golf to actually enjoy golf. And I'm using golf as an example here. It could be anything, although I do truly think golf is potentially one of the most frustrating games anyone could ever play. But I think if it teaches you a lot about patience and about practice, and how if you put the hours in, the reward that you'll get back is worth it. That's what I hope anyway. I guess we'll see how that journey into golf goes. But with that said, I want you to let me know down below what you have had experience with the 10,000 hours before. Was there something which you did as a child which you loved and practiced loads and got really good at? Or is there some elements in your business? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you and share some of the or whether you think 10,000 hours is total rubbish. Again, whatever it is your thoughts on this, let me know down below, because I genuinely am curious. With that said, go and smash Monday. Go and do whatever it is that needs to be done today and the rest of this week. If you've liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I'll be here all week, and yeah, got some great content coming up. We've also got the general election on Thursday, so I expect a bit of an analysis of what happened on Friday's video. But with that said, enjoy your week, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Thank you for watching.